We're exploring the Steps Barrington Campground in the Barrington coast of New South Wales, Australia. It's situated at Gloucester in the scenic foothills of the famous World Heritage Barrington Tops, which sadly was closed during our trip. However, we did get to see the Copeland Tops State Conservation Area. There's a 3.3 hidden treasure track which we explored, so stick around and we'll show you through. So we've arrived here at the Steps, the campsite. It looks absolutely beautiful. There's beautiful mountain ranges surrounding. It looks like a beautiful spot. Alright, so driving in along Manchester Road, you're just going to be careful with cattle. So they do have grids on there so they don't cross, but there does seem to be a fair bit of cattle roaming around, so just take care as you're driving. So we found our spot, campsite number 4, and so it's time to get the van ready and set up. Okay, so here we are all set up. The surroundings are beautiful. So it looks like these camp spots are all allocated per number, and you can have up to say 15 campers in the area. So this is area number 4, and yeah, you can fit 15 in this area, which is great. So we've got a couple of neighbours there. We've got a few people coming as well to join them. But we're surrounded by the Barrington River, which it's amazing being able to just sit here and listen to the river run. It's just gorgeous. So we'll have a little wander over there and check it out. Great little camp spot. Got the fire going. We're going to get the camp oven heated so we can put on some beef cheeks for dinner. So,
and also we're going to roast marshmallows.
Of course. How can we forget the marshmallows? All right. Yum. Yum, good? Is it good? Yeah? Where are you going to put the bottle, Lincoln? Here? Oh, well done. Good job. Good job.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's called a... That's right. Lincoln, where's your nose? Where's your nose? Oh, very clever.
I gave him a bit of a clue.
Did you?
I did this.
Oh. It is cooking time. So Pete's just gone into Gloucester to go get some firewood. We need to get some coals going so we can slow cook some beef. So Pete's just chopping them all up, and we've just got some onions and the beef cheeks just sauteing away in the camp oven. Just get that going, and we'll put some stock in to get that nicely stewed. It's been a nice day so far. It's been quite warmish in the sun, but I do imagine it's going to get quite nippy tonight. So being May, middle of May, but yeah, so I think we're just going to chill out tonight and just have some dinner, just relax, and then do some exploring tomorrow. Now, we didn't get here early enough in order to get some good coals going, so we do have just a few underneath. So we've just chucked a log there that's almost turned into coal. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. It's supposed to be a slow cooked thing, so it should turn out all right. Really good little trick as well is the blower as well, to just ignite it a little bit more. So if you just blow into it a little bit,
Oh my God!
it does help with making some coals, as you can see. Yeah, so that helps a little. Obviously don't overdo it, but yeah, it does help just to circulate the air and keep it nice and hot. So here we are at the Barrington River. So this is probably maybe 50 metres from our camp spot here at section number 4. So, but I think the whole campground is surrounded by the Barrington River, which is what the lady told me as they were checking out thing. So yeah, as you can see, it's just so beautiful. There's some more, it's just gorgeous, really. We're surrounded by this beautiful river. We're just collecting some sticks just to use as kindling. Wow, lots of sticks. Okay, so it is getting chilly now that the sun's almost set. So we've got our lovely little beef cheek stew going on, and it's bubbling nicely in there. So after the beef stock, we've just added some tomato paste in there and some mushies. And so Pete's just shoveled out the coals on top. We're just going to have a look to see how it's going, and then you can see it's just cooking nicely away in the camp oven. Beautiful. So we'll give that maybe another 30-40 minutes, and then we'll be right for dinner. As you can see, it's all done and it's all stewed nicely and perfect little meal for our first night. So here you go, we'll serve that one up. You have a look. Oh, it's just beautiful. That with some baked veggies on the Omnia oven. I'll put a little link to the Omnia oven. Anyway, I bake all of my veggies in the winter in that, just on the gas stove, and it's amazing. Leaves them nice and toasty. But anyway, it's time to serve up dinner. We're just heading over to Barrington Tops. We've been going up the hill, but now we seem to be declining. We're about 600 metres above sea level. I'm sure it's going to come to an incline soon again. But as you can see on the way here, it's the lower part. It's quite subtropical. You can hear some beautiful birds in the distance. We saw some gorgeous rosellas just up the mountain earlier on. If you can hear, it's just so peaceful and beautiful. But anyway, we're heading up the mountain and going to check out the top of Barrington Tops. So we're about 900 metres above sea level now. We're heading up the road, and the temperature's dropped now, so it's about 12 degrees now. But it's very subtropical here still. Up the top, I believe there's lots of lovely snow gums, and it can get quite cold there. So there is a bit of snow there in the winter time. So, but this is just so pretty. It's very rainforest-like, and it's just nice to sort of pull over if you're wanting to have some lunch on your drive up. There's a little picnic area down the road that we saw to the left. But apart from that, you could just stop off the right side of the road, and it's just beautiful. Obviously, there's no traffic on the road up, so it's just nice and peaceful. Here we are at the entrance of Barrington Top. So we're just letting down our tyres because it does become a gravel road all the way in. So, hi Pete. So yeah, we'll just let them down, give us a bit of a smoother ride up. So just, I don't know, 100 metres up from the entrance of Barrington Tops where you get to the sign, there's a lovely little lookout, and it looks as though it's quite new. So it looks like they haven't even put up the information panel on the board. But the views here are beautiful. You can see a lot of the valleys and just all the mountains in the distance. Heaps of little valleys.
I can even see home.
Oh, that's a while away, Sienna.
Tiny.
So we've gotten here, we've made it up, but unfortunately the road is closed. So where we're wanting to go to is called the Firs, which is beautiful pines area. But unfortunately the road is unstable. Looks like someone's gone through anyway. But anyway, we're going to venture off to this little lookout over here and check it out. All right, so plan B is Copeland Tops State Conservation Area. So looks like there's a place called Mountain Made Gold Mine. There was a huge gold rush here, so there's a lot of gold rush heritage. But here they've just got some lovely bushwalks. There's a hidden treasure track up here, and there's also a Basin loop track, and it's about, say, 3 k's there and back. So a few steps. We're gonna see if we can make it up with the pram. We'll see how we go. So coming up the hill as you start the track, you're going to see a fork in the road. So to go to do the Basin loop track, which is 7 k's, you go along to the right. And if you want to do the hidden treasure track, which is what we're doing today, it's a 3 k walk. Then you come over to the left and keep walking. So far it is pram friendly, so we're doing okay with Linky Bear over here. Yeah, a bit of a push up the hill, but it's not too bad. So in the distance over there, you can see a little tunnel that's graded off. That seems to be a mine shaft, which is pretty cool. Sienna, can you tell us what you found today?
I found steps that look like fairy steps, and also they can just, when they get to the top, they can just jump onto there, and also that could be their little garden.
It's beautiful. It's like a little fairy garden. Look at these. They're like little mushrooms. Oh, yeah, we don't want to touch them. Yeah, good find, Sienna. Very good find. Should we continue our walk?
Yeah.
If you have a look up the top there are the trees, you can see some ferns growing on the trees. Very cool. So just along the track we've just come across, just looking over these cliffs, there's a beautiful waterfall in the distance. So you can see here there's a beautiful little waterfall again. So it looks like you can probably head down there in the warmer months and maybe have a swim. There's some vines coming down the hill there, so I think people just sort of follow that down. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're walking along here, and you veer off to the left-hand side as you're walking along the track, and you'll see a little arrow, and it takes you to where the mine shafts were. So there's some old little just domes and things. Apparently, we were talking to one of the walkers that were walking along here just earlier on in the track, and she did mention that there's like a little mine shaft thing and a boiler that you can have a look at. Obviously they're oh wow, here we go. That is pretty amazing. Check it out. Wow, that is amazing. It's pretty big, full of moss. You can imagine lots of animals take refuge in there. Wow. It's pretty intact though, considering. How old would this be? 99 years. So this is obviously all off-road, so we've had to leave the pram back there. So yeah, if you do have a pram, I'd suggest, yeah, just leave it at the entrance of this little track that you see in the sign at. But this is pretty amazing. Look at this. So it's a steam-powered mine. So just reading the sign here, it says that they used to do a lot of ore crushing here at Copeland. So, yeah, so 1800s. So this dates back to the 1800s. Pretty amazing. So we haven't finished the whole loop or the whole track. Yeah, it's getting a little bit tiring, obviously, you know, holding little Linky Bear. But yeah, it's pretty cool that we could see, you know, just a bit of history here. There's the Mountain Maid gold mine as well. I think they do tours and stuff on that here, so that would be worthwhile checking out. So yeah, we're just going to head back to the car and make our way into Gloucester, and then head back to the caravan. We might start a fire and show you around the caravan park. Good spotting, Sienna. It's very cool. It's a little table and benches made out of logs.
Or Aboriginals might have made it, and also they might have played in it when it was raining.
They could have, yes. That would have been very special. Yeah, absolutely, sweetie. All right, so we're just going to continue on and head back to the car park. And there's a hidden treasure mine. We'll see if we can find that one as well.
Yep.
All right, so we're just coming near a little old mine shaft. As you can see, it looks as though that they've blocked it off. So there's a few deep ones along this track that you've got to be mindful of. And just watch your step. Yeah, so it looks like they've grated that one off. So had a little wander down here, and it looks like there's another mine shaft that's been grated and blocked off. But yeah, they're all throughout the whole Copeland tops, which is, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Now, throughout Copeland tops, there's some pretty steep hills. So if you're bringing a pram, just be prepared to do a lot of uphill pushing. Pete's done a lot of it. Halfway through, now it's my turn. So we'll it's a great track for running and great track for walking, but with a pram, I'm not too sure. So it looks like Sienna's found some pretty cool rocks.
And they're gold.
They look very, well, they kind of shine. They're almost like crystal.
It is. The white and also the orange is crystal.
They shine in the light. I don't know if the camera can do it any justice, but we're going to wash these and take them to Auntie Beck, because Auntie Beck will know what they are. She's right into her rocks. So you can find lots of little treasures, lots of stones. It was an ore mine, so I guess you can find a lot of different rocks and minerals and things. And
gold.
Yeah, well, gold. It is, yeah. This whole region was a gold mine. It's gold mine heritage, so I'd imagine
you still might find gold.
Well, there would be a fair bit of gold along the river, so along the different rivers that there are around here. I'm sure if you really, really tried with your gold panning or a metal detector, you'd be able to find some gold. All right, so we've gotten to a point where we cannot bring the pram any further. As you can see, there's a bit of a gully here. So what we'll do is show you the giant fig, which is situated over here. So we haven't really gotten to see what we wanted to see because of the access, but that's absolutely fine. I'm sure we'll be able to make it here again. But check this out. Look at this beautiful big giant fig. Plenty of moss growing around it. It's very, wow. It's huge. So I don't know if you can see the base of it there. There you go. Pretty amazing. So yeah, to go to the hidden treasure track, the hidden treasure mine, we'd have to go along up here and then veer off to the rest of the track, but unfortunately, yeah, we can't get the pram over that way. So but it's been a beautiful walk. We're just going to head back now to the car park and continue our day. Say hi. Hi. This is Peter. Just been over to the amenities block, had a shower, nice hot shower. So yeah, we're all set for dinner. We've got, what have we got cooking here, Pete?
Chili con carne.
Chili con carne. So we've got, oh, look at that going. Delish. Yeah, so that should be okay. Hey, honey.
Yep.
That'll do us for tonight. We're just going to have dinner now and just chill out, and tomorrow we'll take you for a little tour around the campsite. But as you can see, it's a beautiful afternoon. Everyone's chilling
A few more
out.
people have turned up today.
Yeah, people are riding their bikes, going for little walks, and yeah, it's just a pleasant afternoon. So, you having fun, Sienna?
Yeah.
How about you, Linky Bear? You having a good time? All of the camp zones have these beautiful pieces of artwork as you enter them, which is pretty cool. They're all sort of up the strip there. This one's a dingo.
Hi.
Wow. Super duper.
Yay!
Yeah, so a few bits of artwork. It's Bandicoot. So it's a nice afternoon. Here are the amenities block. So you've got men's to your left and females to your right. As you can see, they're pretty clean. Amenities block. Showers are kept nicely. And as well as, yeah, everything's pretty clean and standard. So that's the end of the day. So normally things are a bit, you know, how you going after the end of the day, but it seems pretty clean to me. And this is our camp spot, zone number 4, which is the echidna. So earlier on when we pulled up, we saw the guy painting these individually. So it looks like they've been just freshly painted just the other morning. So we're there for people to enjoy. Looks like they're also planting a fair few shrubs and things and trees, which is pretty cool. Just to build it up, I guess, a little bit more. Good morning, everyone. So it is the last full day that we've got here at Barrington Steps. Got my coffee on. It's 6 a.m. and it is cold outside. So Pete's got the fire going. We'll just put my coffee up here. Open the door and you'll be able to see it's super misty. I've got Sienna there watching Tom and Jerry. Sienna, say hello. All right. Big fire. Big fire going. Check out the mist. So last night got down, or the weather report said got down between 4 and 6 degrees. So it was pretty chilly.
It was 6.5 when I got up.
So it is very misty, which gives it a really nice wintry feel, doesn't it? So Pete's got the fire on now. Just I'm pretty relaxed about leaving the fire on all night, but in a campsite like this, Pete was saying last night, it's best to pour water over it overnight because you don't know if there's kids wandering around at night. They don't have their head torches on or anything like that. The fire might not be on, but you could still have hot coals that aren't really visible, and you know, they could step over it, burn their feet, or fall over onto it and burn themselves. So it is a good idea to, at the end of the night, pour water over it, and just make sure everyone's safe. So we're going for a little morning hunt for a big long stick so we can roast marshmallows. I know. We're roasting marshmallows in the morning, but hey, we're on holiday. Doesn't matter. When you're camping, you can have as many marshmallows. Check it out. This is beautiful. Check it out. Lincoln. Lots of water. Yeah. Just gorgeous along here. This is the Barrington River. I don't know if you can see, but that's our camp spot right there up in the distance. So this is only a stone's throw away. Literally, lots of lovely, just like river pebbles, and it's just picturesque here. A lot of these camp zones that run along here are all connected to the river, so there's access in getting to the river from the entire campground, which is pretty cool. In the summer months, I'd imagine a lot of people would be taking a swim in there, and if you wanted to have a peaceful swim without, the flow of the rapids sort of flowing along the river. Here you've got just a nice little, before the water sort of falls, you've got a nice little peaceful part of the river, which is gorgeous. This is the Barrington River. Don't know if it would be any good fishing here, but I mean, look, having a swim here would be just gorgeous in the summertime. The water seems very clean. Very, very pristine water in there, actually. Yeah. What a way to wake up amongst all of this. It's just gorgeous. Barrington River. Wonderful to be able to wake up and just walk down to the river like that. So we'll just head back to the campsite and finish off our bacon and eggs. So bacon and eggs for breakfast, thanks to Pete. Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daddy. It's nice.
Yep.
No.
See how all the trees are pushed over?
Oh, good one. Look at the ripples it's making.
Go do your biggest one.
Wow. Look at those pretty ripples. Good throw, Sienna. Perfect day. This is our last day here at Barrington Steps. So we're going to go and check out the little mountain bike track. It's a tiny little sort of BMX bike track, which looks really, really cool. Looks like the water level has risen quite a bit here. As you can see, there's plenty of shrubs and logs and things that have been washed up by the river. So I'd say maybe during all that rain that we had months ago, that, yeah, all of this rose. So this river would have really risen to quite a substantial amount. So it would have come up all the way up to where you see all the shrubbery stop.
Oh.
So as Pete was saying to me before, I think that's why they call it the Steps at Barrington, because you know, throughout the river you've got these little cascades of little steps down, you know, they're waterfalls, and then they sort of flow down through to the river, and they become quite still, and then they sort of fall again. So I think that's why they call it the Steps, which is yeah, it is. It's just beautiful that you can see such a long river and walk along it and see all the different levels to it of cascades and things like that. So yeah, it is totally worthwhile coming here and checking out. Good throw, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
So as you enter the campground, you sort of come down a little hill, and to your left you'll see this pretty cool mountain biking little track. So it looks quite fun for all levels. I mean, there's some loops over here, some loops over there. It's just a nice atmosphere to be practicing your mountain biking in. So anyway, we're gonna hop on the bikes and have a turn.
But this is how it was satisfaction. Chip thrill, chip tricks. What? It seems like the way to live. Who said I should be a big shot? Who said I should take it, tick tock? I'm feeling so good. In me, I know it, but I'm misunderstood.
Big hill.
Come on, he doesn't want to go down.
Ready, spaghetti, and go.
He's pushing.
So it's the end of our trip. Today was our last day. We really didn't get to do too much today. We relaxed a lot and did some bike riding, checked out the river. We went into Gloucester, which is a really cool little town. There's lots of, because it's a rural town, there's lots of livestock agents. Yeah, and a lot of the shops aren't open on Sunday, just the way it used to be when I was a kid back in old Sydney town. So it's pretty cool to see just a relaxed town, and you know, you don't get hustle and bustle even on the Sundays. So it's beautiful town, wasn't it, Sienna? We had lunch at the Roadies. Was it the Roadies, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, good food, licensed, yeah, just a really cool place. So yeah, totally recommend it. So yeah, I've packed up most of the stuff, packed up the kick-ass shower tent, as we're obviously not going to need it anymore. We're leaving early tomorrow morning. Bit of a disappointment that we didn't get to see Barrington tops. I am excited to come back and explore the firs and all those beautiful areas up there, up the top of the mountains. So that'll be next time. Look, there's plenty of time to do it. They obviously closed the roads for a reason. There were a few big landslides on the way up, so I'd imagine, yeah, I'm assuming that it would have been a big,
Yeah?
is there a mouse?
Down.
Oh, another mouse. Okay, there's been lots of mice lately as we camp. Let's go check him out.
Okay.
Where is he?
I don't know. Okay, ready? Ready. Well, two.
Oh, two little mice in there.
Can you see? Okay, ready? Oh, there's more.
There's more mice. Holy moly, look at them. Oh, there they go. Oh, that little guy's gone.
On the fire.
Don't go to the fire. And this little guy, where's he gone? Gee, they're quick, aren't they? So yeah, there's a lot of people have been saying that there's plenty of mice out in New South Wales. I'm not too sure, but yeah, you can be careful with your lock your caravans, close your doors, because you don't want to get a fright in the middle of the night. So yeah, anyway, it's been a really beautiful trip, really lovely. Definitely recommend the Steps at Barrington. It's a really beautiful campsite. Amenities are great. Really beautiful spot, and this time of year around May, mid-May is, for me, I reckon is perfect. Not too cold, not too hot, very much in between. Starts getting quite nippy of a night time, so do bring your jackets and your beanies and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so on the road tomorrow back to Sydney. And did you like this trip, Sienna? Thumbs up? What would you say? Oh, her thumb hurts. She can't do a thumbs up because, yeah, she had a bit of a thumb accident.
Because Dad hit it.
Well, they were playing scissors, paper, rock, and Dad accidentally hit it. So, yeah, big thumbs up for Barrington, the Steps at Barrington. Totally recommend it. Great spot. And we'll see you for the next trip. Thanks for coming along for the ride.